So I don't know if you are aware, but I live in Chicago, and I have a story to tell you about their mass transit, which is in dire need of help, in my humble opinion. Even though they're making upgrades and making some changes, this is a large city, densely populated, and people use mass transit because it's easier than driving their car 7 miles into the city or however many miles, because you have gridlock and there's just issues with driving into the city. Parking is expensive, so they don't want you to do that. It's just ridiculous. I'm really going to move out of this city. As soon as I have a chance, I'm breaking free. I've got to move. And I've tried to move, but I digress. At any rate, there is the Brown line I was taking to my work, which was only a few miles away. But again, it's the same story. You wouldn't want to travel any other way because it's inexpensive and it's quick, albeit dirty and somewhat dangerous in some instances. Those trains can be dangerous. You have people begging, and I mean, it's just not a positive experience. At any rate, the Brown line does not run as frequently as, say, the Red line. And I know you're probably not familiar with public transportation in Chicago, and that's fine. The Red line runs a lot more frequently, even during non-rush hour times. It just runs frequently. The Brown line does not. So my point in all of this is, during rush hour, the Brown line is so packed that it's like sardines, and that's not an exaggeration. It's like sardines in a can. It's dangerous. It's not healthy. And it's just, there's so many problems with that. But my question is, why wouldn't the transportation organization come together and say, you know what? We have packed trains during rush hour only during rush hour. And during non-rush hour times, the trains aren't packed. So maybe we should add more cars to the train. But they're so stupid. And I mean, I don't know how else to describe them, but stupidity. Because if you have to be, as a organization, you have to be paying attention to your job. I mean, your job, you are part of the public transportation, CTA, Chicago Transit Authority. You're part of that, and what that would involve is you gathering metrics and understanding travel and numbers. And it wouldn't take a rocket scientist to step back and come and look at rush hour and the Brown line and how packed and dangerous it is. Now, I know these people don't care about danger. They don't care about lives. I know that. But let's get real. The people need to push back. People need to push back and say, you know what? This is dangerous. You need to do something about this. I don't get on those packed trains. I just wait and wait and wait until it starts to die down, and that takes forever. Or I'll walk somewhere else and get another train, like the Metro, which is far better, far safer. You don't have an expectation of danger on a Metro train. You do have that on any kind of Chicago CTA train or bus. There's people that are demented and crazy, people that do bad things and smoke on the train, drink, urinate, defecate, sleep. They stink. They take their shoes off and they lay down and take up 4 seats. I mean, it's endless. And that should not be happening. It shouldn't be happening in a large city where I know their revenue, they're making money. So what are they doing with the money? Mismanaging it, using it inappropriately, stealing it? I don't know. But what I do know is someone has not bothered to do any kind of deep dive or analysis on this particular situation. And there are 100 more scenarios that I could create for you that will show you how incompetent and disconnected these people who run this are. But once again, A closed mouth, as my dear friend used to say, doesn't get fed. A closed mouth doesn't get fed.